Another Zone Sportsmanship Challenge for Headphone or anyone else who might be interested of Demented Doom a Go-Go.
No one else has seen the sights across her eyes, everything beyond these purple skies.
What's the nature of this challenge? Well, it takes place at Ye Old Cement Factory, and it focuses on the use of an RPG-7 and an RG-6. Let me make a few adjustments.
Adjustments now. Everything beyond these purple skies.
Alright, I think that's good enough. This is probably way more stuff than I really need in order to do this. I call this Explodio Rodeo. Start with RPG-7. I might not even end up using these. More rockets than I really need, I'm sure. Well, what's the gist of this twisted ZSC? Since I was never able to fly a Kamaz way up high like I wanted to on purpose, this is the next best thing I could come up with. The idea here is to take out a pseudo-giant with a rocket
while you're in the air.
a strong pseudo-giant. So you'll have to nail it with a 40 mil first and then hit it with a rocket. First attempt was a fail. Well, that's one reason why I brought and stocked up on plenty of ordnance. Not to be confused with ordnance. Two different words, ordnance and ordnance. Another fail! How is that possible? I can take down a pseudo-giant with two 40 mils. So one 40 mil and one rocket should be able, presumably anyway, should be able to do the same job. This time, just to be sure, I'll hit it with... See? 240 mils, that does the job. Ergo, 140 mil and one rocket should also do the job. Now, well, don't deny me by destroying yourself. Come on. Ugh. Well, that technically counts. It didn't turn out as impressive or as fun as I was hoping it would be. You see that? There's a glitch. If you take the scope off the rifle while it's in launcher mode, I think it makes the 40mm disappear, and it switches it to rifle mode and reduces the mag capacity down to 1 round, and makes 29 or however many rounds disappear.
This really pisses me off to no end.
So keep that in mind. All the more reason to over-prepare, I guess. This time, I'll just use 40 mils. .40 mils and some rifle rounds, I mean. It's not doing its wounded crawl. That's the whole reason why I'm... Okay, well, let's see how it goes. That worked. And that was easier than doing it with rockets. Somehow. Now the RG6. The idea with this is to nail a pseudo-giant twice with 2 40 mils while you're in the air, which can only be done with a repeating grenade launcher. And your only option there is the RG6. This might actually be doomfacult. What? Wasn't even paying attention to my health. And I failed to take down the pseudo-giant, even though I've illustrated that it only takes 2 40 mils to do so. If I was playing the game normally, I never pass up an opportunity to help out freedom at the barrier, whether it's zombies or Monolith goons. Especially if it's Monolith goons, you get a bigger and better reward. And along with, well, part of that reward is Lukash gives you ammo for whatever weapons you have equipped in slots 2 and 3, anything. Which means you can use that as a way to earn ammo for the rarer and more expensive stuff. 12.7 by 55, 338 Lapua, Gauss, anything. What? If pseudo-giants are just suddenly increasing their health, then that defeats the whole point of this exercise. Because if their health is a random amount, and this is a calculated exercise, then that renders the calculation meaningless. Come on now. Ugh. Once again. That was the last act of defiance. Maybe the RG6 is somehow weaker than the GP25, even though that makes no sense whatsoever because they use the same munitions. I guess I'll have to conduct a test.
So much random. Enough with the random, please.
If this turns out to be true, then there's no reason to use the RG6. Huh. Well, that's not really conclusive because I've already illustrated that a strong pseudo-giant can be taken down with 2 40 mils, and it shouldn't matter what type of 40 mils they are. See how consistent that is. There's a Merc who hangs out in the outskirts. Well, I'm not scoring direct hits here, so that's not entirely conclusive. Huh. A Merc who hangs out in the outskirts, I forget his name, and I forget if he's there before you meet S.T.A.L.K.E.R. But he'll trade NATO type 40 mils for F1 hand grenades. $20 per trade, so you trade him 20 F1 hand grenades, and in exchange he gives you 20 NATO type 40 mils. They're either HE frag or HE DP. Probably HE frag. Normally I wait until my hunger and thirst are in the yellow. Alright. Two rifles of the same caliber with 2 different grenade launchers. I'll let you imagine for yourself why that would be handy. Alright, I'm kind of satisfied with that. When I thunked this up, I thought it should focus on the RG6 and the RPG7. By the way, I wish the reload animation on all the M16 and M4 variants involved the use of a bolt release, which they really should. The SG550 is depicted as its bolt release being pressed when you reload, so why not the M16? It just... The inconsistency in that makes no sense to me. Now, I'll try to nail it with a NATO type 40 mil and then blast it with a rocket while I'm in the air. Success! That seems like the combo to use if you want consistent results. An M203 paired up with an RPG-7. Very Rambo. Well, what else should I do? How about, and this might kill me in the process, I'll blast this leaping freak out of the air with a rocket. What's so interesting down there? You're missing out on the Explodio Rodeo a go-go. I hear it.
Oh.
I could call it right there. I never did make use of any of those planted explosives. I could save that for some later variation of this. I think I'll be satisfied with this for now. Yeah, I'll call it for now. Till next time. Catch you on the flip side.